When it comes to attraction, age is just a number, but experience is everything. Many girls are naturally drawn to older men, and it's not just about maturity or stability. It's about the vibe older men carry, the strength they reflect, the peace they radiate, and the wisdom they've gained over time. In this video, we're diving deep into the 7 powerful qualities that make older men irresistible to women. These are the traits that speak louder than looks, louder than wealth. These are the silent codes of confidence, leadership, and depth. Let's explore what truly sets these men apart. Number 1. Emotional control and composure. One of the top qualities that girls find incredibly attractive in older men is their emotional stability. Unlike younger men who may act impulsively or get overwhelmed by intense emotions, older men have learned to remain calm under pressure. They don't overreact. They don't throw tantrums. Instead, they respond with thoughtfulness and grace. This composure makes a woman feel safe and understood, especially in moments of chaos or emotional vulnerability. He becomes her anchor. Girls admire men who can stay centered. The ones who listen more than they shout, who process before they speak, and who don't let ego control them. An emotionally mature older man doesn't need to win every argument. He chooses peace over pride. He understands that emotions are to be understood, not suppressed or exploded. This calm energy is magnetic. It makes a woman feel she can trust him with her heart, her fears, and her truth. Number 2. Wisdom from experience. Older men carry the gift of perspective. Their words are deeper, their choices are wiser, and their lives reflect lessons learned over years, not guesswork. Girls admire men who don't just live, but grow from what they've lived through. These men have stories, scars, and strength behind their silence. Unlike younger guys who may still be figuring themselves out, older men usually know who they are and what they want. That confidence rooted in clarity is deeply attractive. Whether it's career, relationships, or personal growth, a man who has learned from failure and can pass on real-life wisdom becomes a mentor-like figure. Not controlling, but guiding. Girls naturally admire men who speak less but say more, whose actions are thoughtful, grounded, and measured. He's not just older, he's wiser, and that makes him unforgettable. Number 3. Financial and life stability. Let's be clear, it's not about being rich, it's about being stable. Older men often have a sense of financial responsibility, life structure, and practical discipline that's built over time. They've gone through the phases of chaos and now live in a rhythm that's secure and grounded. Girls are instinctively drawn to this because it creates a safe space, not just financially but emotionally and mentally. A stable man doesn't make reckless decisions. He doesn't live off borrowed time or dreams. He knows how to provide, plan, and protect. This doesn't mean he's boring. In fact, his stability gives him the freedom to explore life with confidence. He's the kind of man who knows how to balance pleasure with purpose. And for a girl looking for something real, stability becomes sexy. It's a sign of responsibility, maturity, and future readiness. Number 4. Deep and meaningful communication. Older men tend to communicate differently. They don't chase shallow conversations. They ask real questions. They listen without waiting to reply. They can sit in silence without being awkward. Girls are highly attracted to men who can speak with depth. And even more, to those who can listen with sincerity. In a world full of noise and surface-level flings, older men bring emotional intelligence to the table. They express their feelings with clarity, without shame or manipulation. They know that healthy communication isn't just about solving problems. It's about building emotional connection. Girls often crave being heard and seen. And when an older man listens with full presence, she feels emotionally safe. He doesn't just give replies, he gives understanding. That level of meaningful connection is not only rare, it's irresistibly attractive. Number 5. Confidence without arrogance. Confidence is sexy. Arrogance is repelling. Older men have often grown out of the immature need to prove themselves. They no longer seek validation from the crowd. Their self-worth is not based on likes, compliments, or ego boosts. It's based on self-knowledge and inner peace. This creates a quiet confidence that girls find deeply attractive. He walks with purpose, speaks with intention, and doesn't try to impress, yet impresses everyone without trying. Girls can sense when a man is secure in himself, when he doesn't chase but attracts. This kind of confidence allows him to lead without being controlling, to protect without being possessive, and to care without appearing needy. He becomes a rock, not a storm, and women are drawn to that energy more than looks, age, or anything else. Number 6. Protective yet respectful nature. Girls feel an instinctive connection to men who know how to protect without controlling. Older men, through their maturity, understand boundaries. They know how to keep a woman emotionally and physically safe without suffocating her. They defend her when necessary, offer help without making her feel weak, and stand by her side without overshadowing her. This balance of masculine strength and respectful space is something younger men often struggle with. A protective older man knows how to read emotional signals, handle delicate situations with care, and never plays with a woman's dignity. That kind of protective energy doesn't dominate, it empowers. And when a girl feels protected and respected at the same time, it builds emotional trust that evolves into deep attraction. Number 7. He's not in a rush, he values the journey. Younger men often want instant results, whether it's attention, intimacy, or relationships. Older men, however, are comfortable with the process. They don't rush feelings or pressure outcomes. They enjoy the slow build-up, the genuine connection, the subtle layers of intimacy that develop over time. This patience is incredibly attractive to women. It shows emotional maturity, self-control, and genuine interest. An older man isn't trying to get something from her. He's there to understand, appreciate, and connect. That energy is safe, strong, and rare. He knows that meaningful relationships are not made overnight. They're built with time, presence, and sincerity. Girls who seek depth and emotional intimacy find this slowness refreshing. It makes the journey feel more real, more human, and more worth it. Girls don't just fall for an older man because of his age. They fall for the energy he brings. The calmness in his voice. The certainty in his steps. The silence that speaks louder than empty words. If you're an older man watching this, know that your value doesn't decrease. Why?